Fake news. I keep hearing that term thrown around like a broken record. You know, it keeps repeating the same thing over and over and over, and I get it. There are news sites that make things up because there will always be people looking for things they want to hear. But fake news is not the same thing as a news agency reporting something that you don't want to hear. I think schools should start teaching kids how to distinguish fake news from real news. But to do this, you first have to determine a criteria for determining what is fake news. So what is it? There's little doubt in my mind that many, if not most of the people who keep throwing around the term fake news probably won't like the answer to that question. Fake news is made up. Therefore, there is no source given. If someone says something bad about a politician you happen to like, and there's no source given for that thing being said, then you may have just found fake news. But if a source is given, it's not fake news simply because you don't like what's being said about your favorite politician. Giving information and citing a source is news. It's up to the consumer of news to consider the source that is cited. Is that source credible? To what level is that source credible? That is, how much do you trust the news? That's how you figure it out. It's not up to the news agency to tell you if that source is trustworthy or not, because that would be biased. By that I mean, do you really want a news network saying something like, Senator Smith says the economy is better, but he's a damn liar? I don't think you want that. Here's an example. A news story might say something like, the mayor says cars are safe to have on the city roadway. If it turns out that the cars in question are not safe, that does not mean that the news agency is presenting fake news. It's a fact that the mayor said that those cars are safe. News agencies should report that if a public official is saying that they are safe, that is what the public official is saying. To do otherwise would be covering up for the official that they said the cars are safe. Now, if another official wants to go on the record saying that the mayor is wrong, the news agency has a responsibility to report that too. But if there is no official willing to go on the record to oppose the mayor, what is the news agency supposed to do? Say something like, rumor has it the mayor is wrong? Well, rumors has it is not news. That's actually fake news, in my opinion. In this example, the news agency can't win, by the way. Once a study comes out showing that the cars in question are not safe, there's going to be those who like the mayor and who will accuse the news agency of presenting fake news so they can make the mayor look bad because, well, the mayor didn't have that report when he or she made the statement, right? Then there's going to be another group who will say that the news agency is giving out fake news because the cars are not safe, and they said that they're safe. No, the news agency didn't say they're safe. The news agency quoted the mayor who went on record saying that those cars are safe. The problem with these two groups in this example is that the individuals making the claim of fake news either cannot or refuse to acknowledge that reporting that an official said something is not the same thing as the news agency agreeing with what is being said. 2, reporting what somebody said is called honesty, if the person actually said it. I think this comes down to something called motivated reasoning. People use this all the time but do not realize it. When people form a belief based on evidence, they often use this form of confirmation bias on steroids. I've heard it described that way. When people process information about issues, political candidates, religion, and even science, which is supposed to be non-biased, they tend to accept information that reinforces their existing beliefs, ideas, values, etc. This is why web-based news sites often lean to the left or lean to the right. They are the ones that get the clicks. People want information that matches what they believe rather than what actually is. This is also why I keep asking for a standard by which I am to judge evidence. Changing a standard by which evidence is accepted or rejected, based on whether or not it produces the desired outcome, is hogwash. It is comforting to accept as true that only someone with a sinister motive would disagree with a long-held belief. Think of a scene from a soap opera where Dr. Lookgood tells the husband of Nurse Smith that a security camera caught the nurse cheating on her husband. The husband's first reaction is to tell Dr. Lookgood that he's wrong, or maybe to ask, "Why are you making this up?" The husband may even accuse the doctor of giving him fake news about his wife. No, the doctor's not the villain here. So what's your standard for real news? Post it in the comments below.